Hi, my name is Victoria Turner.
My name is Timothy Solis.
And my name is Ryan Harms, and we are
VTR Design Company.
Our project was to create a fountain for Freshman Engineering Design Day. To do this, we had to incorporate the engineering design cycle, which includes ask, imagine, plan, create, and improve. Ask, what is the problem and constraints? Our objective was to construct an aesthetically pleasing fountain that incorporated certain engineering elements. Some of the constraints for our project were to stay within a $40 budget, fit the fountain within a 2 foot by 2 foot square, minimize splashing or risk a deduction of points. The water must flow against gravity, aka go up, and incorporate one of 3 engineering components, using the water as an actuator, using non-electric pump, or including a laminar flow nozzle. We included the laminar flow, and then we had to present an equation that described some portion of the fountain. Imagine, brainstorming ideas. As I said before, we chose to incorporate a laminar flow into our fountain. We had to conduct research on the history of fountains, what the design of our fountain should be, and how to create the laminar flow itself. Some of the design ideas for our fountain were gathered from architecture around NC State's campus, such as Hunt Library and Tally Student Union.
Plan, diagram, and materials. In this phase, we developed a Tinkercad diagram that would serve as a reference for our fountain construction. Then, we decided what materials would be used in the fountain and proceeded into the process of procuring those materials. Construction. In this portion of the design cycle, we continued in constructing the fountain according to the diagram we developed earlier. The construction process was comprised of a combination of cutting and filing wood, cutting and drilling PVC, painting, the assembly of the laminar flow nozzle, connecting tubing, and the assembly of the fountain as a whole. Testing. In this segment, we conducted testing on the laminar flow nozzle as well as the functionality of the rest of the fountain that would have water flowing through it. During testing, we wanted to ensure that we actually achieved laminar flow, and we also wanted to make sure that water flowed straight down from the pipes and reached each hole because we wanted to know if we had a pump that was powerful enough to produce the desired effect we wanted. Improvements and challenges. After testing, we clearly faced some challenges with our fountain design. First, our initial laminar flow nozzle did not actually produce laminar flow, and secondly, water was not flowing from the pump and reaching all the holes we drilled in the pipes. So improvements needed to be made to ensure the complete functionality and success of our fountain. As a group, we discussed what could or needed to be improved and implemented in our new design. Then, we proceeded in addressing the challenges we faced by repeating a general form of the design cycle, going through a new process of planning, constructing, and testing. To make sure that we reached a good portion of the holes we drilled, we plugged some of the holes in the pipes to decrease their number and the rate at which water would be exiting the pipes. Additionally, we routed water only to the pipes that made up the outside triangle formed by the pipes. We also used straws to act as substitutes for the water that would be flowing out the pipes that formed the inner triangle. Then, to modify the laminar flow nozzle, we return to the Reynolds number formula, which is an equation that indicates whether flowing water is laminar, semi-turbulent, or fully turbulent. With some new calculations, we obtained a new pipe with a larger diameter to construct our second laminar flow nozzle, which, after a second round of testing, did actually create laminar flow.
FEDD competition. While at Freshman Engineering Design Day, most of the people who came up to our display were interested in the laminar flow feature of our water fountain. Of the groups in our morning FEDD session, we were the only one who displayed this engineering design concept. Our fountain ranked 7th overall at the competition, and the following videos display the fountain in action from 2 different angles. What we would do differently. If we were to do this project again in the future, we would manage our time much better. Although we came up with a game plan very early on in the process, we planned everything with no room for error. This left our final testing far too close to the actual event and not much time to test the fountain and improve it. We also would likely use smaller pipes or a stronger pump in order to increase pressure for the water features that we had planned in the beginning. All the features did work, however, it was not at the level that we initially wanted. Advice to next freshmen. Our advice as a group would be to start as early as possible. Leave room for error and for missed meetings due to unforeseen circumstances. In order to work as efficiently as possible, the group should plan meetings and a timeline from the very beginning and gather the initial list of materials as quickly as possible. There's a likelihood that some items may need to be replaced, and there should be time to alter the final list of materials. Also, enjoy the experience. This project will expose you and your group to the engineering process and applying it in real life. Approach the project as an opportunity to do so and make the best of it.